how to automate trust so your coaching prospects pick you when they come from ads so that you can get the best quality coaching prospects, charge the highest amount, and hopefully have the most profit from your ads. Now, here's the problem. Traditional proof isn't working for coaches like it used to. Books, TED Talks, live webinars, organic posting all your proof. The other thing is trust is the number one currency in 2026 when it comes to getting coaching prospects. You can be the best marketer in the world. You can say the right things, but if coaching prospects don't trust you before they talk to you, they're never going to buy. Number 3, buyers are not handing $3, $4, $5, $10, $20,000 to people anymore. As soon as they meet them, coming from an ad or a post or something like that, you have to have a better strategy. And number 4, funnels are actually creating distrust instead of trust. So we're going to talk about how to fix this. The other thing that's happening right now in the coaching space is there's 4 things that are happening as we speak during this video right now. Number 1, AI is essentially rotting away your ideal client's brain. Here's what's happening. If you're looking to help people with weight loss, for example, your ideal client is on multiple platforms all throughout the day, right? Whether it be LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and YouTube. And the AI knows what they're looking for. So it's serving up videos and text posts and all that kind of stuff on all this, on weight loss, right? The problem is they're getting conflicting information because there's so many people giving information. And so the AI is simply just taking them down rabbit trails based on what they're viewing, what they're commenting on, what they're liking. And so your ideal client's brain is just getting fuller and fuller and fuller of conflicting ideas. And you can't expect them to be like, oh, wow, you're a health coach. Great. Here's $5,000. It's not working. I'm going to show you how to fix it. Number 2, your date number 36. Your ideal client has now talked to 25, 30 coaches. They've worked with people. And even if they haven't worked with a coach, they might have joined some paid Facebook group or something like that, or a paid Skool community. And they're like, yeah, I paid $50 and it sucked. So that means every other coach out there sucks too, no matter how much they charge. So we have to fix that. Number 3, because of the AI issue, your prospects don't know who to believe. Who do I trust? Are you real? Are you an AI avatar? Is this all fake? Is it ChatGPT created? And number 4, you as a coach cannot tell people to just trust you. That doesn't work. That immediately creates red flags and they don't know, then they're gone. Now, in this video, I'm going to explain to you how to fix it. I'm going to explain to you what coaches are doing wrong that makes this worse, and then how to automate your trust. Now, real quick, before we get into the specifics, who am I? My name is Jason. I have been a coach since 2003, full-time since 2005. I'm from Canada, and before that, I was a pastor in Canada. And during 2020, me, my wife, and my 2 kids moved from Alberta, so Calgary, Edmonton, to Vegas, where I am right now. Spent millions on ads and I've coached well over 1,000 coaches. And so I give you all this information here for free based on what we're seeing, what we're doing, what we're testing. It's kind of our lab, and we share it all for free on YouTube. So please hit the subscribe button because it's going to give you the future videos that we do. We usually do a couple a week, and you never know which one is going to be the exact one you need to help you get more clients, charge more for your services or what have you. So hit that subscribe button so that you'll get notified of all the future videos. Now, let's get into it. So how do we automate trust so prospects pick you? Well, the first thing that we need to do, I'll just lift this up a bit, is you need to see your customer journey in your coaching business like a par 5 golf course versus a hole-in-one mini course, okay? So what a lot of coaches are doing is they're not understanding the marketplace, and they see everything they do, especially with paid ads, as I spend $1, I get, whatever back fast, okay? And here's the problem, all right? That mindset is going to drive you out of business. You're actually going to make less money if you think that. And the coaches who do that are the ones who have the most problems. Let me just break this all down for you, okay? So what a lot of coaches are doing right now is they're running an ad and trying to get a client. That doesn't work anymore. That used to work up until about 2022. For example, We used to run for years. You could run ads, drive people to a thing that says, give me your name and email, and I'm going to give you all these secrets, and then redirect them to a video. It's like 5 minutes, book a call, boom, done. They become a client, they buy, you pay, you charge 5, 10, whatever thousand, they're buying. Done. And then you get a few people who lingered on the follow-ups, or you could just make the math work with just driving them from an ad to this video, book a call, you make 5, 10 times your money. Who cares about follow-up, right? That model worked amazing for years until it didn't. But coaches still subconsciously think they're the exception. So here's what you need to understand. What you need to understand is good marketing isn't going to fix trust. And you need to understand that you need to look at what your business is as like a par 5 golf course. So here's what I mean. So it's like nobody, if it's 400 yards, is going to go, I'm going to get a hole in one. What you want to do is you want to get them get the ball 150 yards, right? And then another 100, and then so on and so forth. And that's how you want to see your marketing. And I'm going to explain all the details of this. You don't have to worry. But the people who make the most money, especially off of ads, which you should be using, are the ones who are not trying to get a sale within like 8 hours of somebody clicking their ad. You're going to make more if you focus on what I'm saying versus if you look at it as like the mini golf course, like I hit the ball, I run an ad, and people pay me. Okay? I'm going to explain it, how you make more faster right now. Number 2, you need to figure out every reason, and we're going to get into specifics. That's number 3. But you need to figure out every reason why somebody will not buy from you. And then we're going to create belief shifting trainings around how to undo that. Because you see, you got to remember, every single person who comes into your world from ads or wherever, their brain is full of beliefs. And those beliefs, like we said, have been created by watching videos or reading stuff and so on and so forth. And we have to undo all of those beliefs. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to either get, you can do this through ChatGPT, you can do this on a piece of paper, or a combination of both. What you can do is you can basically, I'll give you the ChatGPT version, upload your sales calls, just make sure there's like no credit card information in there and all that stuff. And just be like, hey, ChatGPT, what are all the limiting beliefs these people are saying about my coaching, about the market, about what's going on, okay, about losing weight, all that kind of stuff. And it's going to give them to you. The other thing you do is just write them all down. What are all the beliefs? Now, for example, if you're a weight loss coach, right, let's do something like that. They might believe that they can just go to the gym or they can eat less and things will work, right? Let's say you work with people 45 plus who are kind of in that dealing with menopause or what have you. And so you have that complexity. Okay, well, there's the menopause thing. A lot of them might believe that it's the way it is. It's just going to be like this for 10 years or what have you. They believe that there's some drug. What are these beliefs? Because here's the problem. Here's what's happening. You cannot take somebody to a sales call to shift their beliefs. That doesn't work anymore. If you do that, what's going to happen is they're just going to tell you, I need to think about it. Up until about 2023, you could take people onto a sales call and be like, okay, what do you believe? And you start working on shifting their beliefs and all that kind of stuff. Oh, you believe this? Well, that's not true. Here's why. You can't do that anymore. The sales call needs to be an enrollment call. And we need to have them to a place where they're like, hey, let's do this. I want to buy. What do I got to do? Versus, hey, let's work through all these issues. Those need to be done before the call. Now, let me explain. Okay? You need to do number 3, the following. Number 1, the way we're going to now do this is what we're going to do is instead of creating a funnel, we're going to create an ecosystem. I've talked about this in all my videos before, but here's what we're going to do. All of it's going to be based on the beliefs that your ideal clients need to overcome. So we're going to get them off an ad. and we're going to get them into the ecosystem. We can do the first part two ways. We can use amplified content like an Instagram reel. We've had a tremendous amount of success with some clients like this, where you have a reel that's really good and we get them in to DM you, and then they get a video. That first video, for example, is going to be a belief shifting video of, hey, here's the things most women in this case believe about losing that last 30 pounds that are not true. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to wipe out those things. Okay. Or we take them to an automated webinar that does the same thing. Shifts their belief, shift their belief, shift their belief. Now, some of those people are going to book a call, but if they don't, that's okay. It just means they're not ready yet. So then the second thing we're going to do, the second automated part, is we're going to create belief shifting content, ideally in the form of short videos or, documents or whatever, that we're going to get them out by email in a Skool community, YouTube, various ways like that. And then we're going to hook them into the ads manager. Now, this is the best part. These are super cheap, because what we do is we create these ads to only go to the people who have already come into our world and given us an email address. And so we're going to run these ads. So for example, this month, it's February, I already have an 11 times frequency of anybody who's come into our Skool community has seen my belief shifting ads. Now, some people haven't and stuff like that, but of the people who have, they've seen it 11 times. I've only paid, like some of those ads are like, most of them are $1 each, and I've got a bunch of them, but you can start with $1. And what we're doing is we're just trying to get to those people who have gotten into your world with belief shifting content, and then through that, breaking it down, they're naturally going to see you as the best option because they see you a lot. You're amplifying the frequency. So they're like, wow, this person's everywhere. And you're not selling them. You're giving them belief shifting content. And as you continually shift people's beliefs, it creates trust, because they're like, this person knows what they're talking about. I never thought about it. That's true. I, have been trying this weight loss thing and it hasn't worked. They just explained to me why. And that makes sense. Guess who now is the trusted coach? And then through that, you can have booking links and all that kind of stuff. But the best part about this is you don't need to be good at marketing, okay? Because good marketing or old school marketing, like direct response, hyped up marketing, people are hypersensitive to that, okay? Because they've been down that road. But belief shifting content that's automated, that's going to them. You can do that in the ads manager. You just set it up, and it can be videos, it can be text, and there's a variety, and it's not just one way. And we automate the whole thing and bubble wrap your ideal clients, and then they're seeing this stuff, and then at the end, it's like, oh, by the way, book a call. Oh, by the way, if you're interested, book a call. And so what happens is when they finally book that call with you, their beliefs are shifted, number one. Number two, they trust you because you're the expert who showed that. And then number three, they are there to buy, right? So now it's just a logistical call. Hey, here's my program. Is this something you want to do? Do you like this? Is this okay? And then making the math work, the price or what have you, and then seeing if it's like, do you gotta split it up over a couple cards or what have you, or financing, or I don't know, whatever it is you do. And that's that. No more of this, well, what makes you different from all these other coaches? And, I don't know, we just met, you're not going to get those things if you do it right, because sophisticated buyers are there to buy. You've already shifted their beliefs. So this is what you need to do. Figure out the beliefs, start knocking those out, get them into your ecosystem. And here's the cool thing. It's going to be like a hockey stick, sorry for the Canadian analogy, but what's going to happen is you get people in, and sure, you're going to get those people who are like, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? This is exactly what I want. And they're going to buy right away. But the vast majority of people are going to come in, and then what's going to happen is they're going to start buying, right? And it might take a bit, but if you start now, then 30, 40, 50, 60 days in, that hockey stick has taken effect, And now the ecosystem is sending you people regularly who are buying. So the momentum takes a bit to get going, but once it gets going, you're actually should be making more money than the people who are doing the old click my ad, book a call, buy group, because that's just going down, down, and down. And this way, the ecosystem works better and better. And then the longer you do it, you're going to see people coming in after 200 days, after 300 days. And the longer somebody's in your ecosystem before they buy, the better client they become, because they are sold. They're like, let's do this. I've been watching your stuff forever. I love what you're saying. What do we got to do? Okay, well, it's this, it's that. Here's the program. All right, let's make it happen. And then that's how it works. Okay, this is how you automate trust. It's what's working in 2026. It's what we're seeing is working. We're seeing it across the board in every niche that we work in. And I'm sure it'll work for you. Go implement it and get more clients. Now, what we'd like to do is I'd love to give you a free 15-minute mini celebrity status ads ecosystem call to show you how to personalize this, to make it personalized so that you can figure out how to do it, to put together the specifics, to give you the feedback. There's nothing to buy on this call. It's about 15 minutes. And on this call, we're just going to dig into what's working, what's not working. How's this look for you? How should you structure this? What should go where? All that kind of stuff to really bring the application part to it so that you don't have to just figure all this stuff out by yourself. The call's free and there's nothing to buy. It's only for our Skool members, Skool community members. So click the link in the description, or there's a pinned post there. You can click that. If you're not in our Skool community, there's a link to join our Skool community there. And this call, we've done hundreds of them. And the problem that we have as coaches, and I have this too, is you don't need to get better at knowing what you know you need to do. The secret to making more money and having more success in your coaching business is how do you do the stuff you don't even know. Okay. And that's a lot of this. So this is the concept, right? And so what I need to do is we need to help get behind the scenes, give it to you in the context of your niche, what works better, because the beauty of this whole thing is it works based on your strengths, okay? And that's why funnels don't work anymore on top of all the other reasons, is because it's just a linear process that constricts the best version of you and just gets people booking call, book call, and then nobody buys, nobody shows up. With this way, we want to align it to how does it work best for you and how does it look best for you. So book that call below. Click the link. It's in the pin post or a pin comment or description. It's 15 minutes. We're going to help you out. We're going to map this out, give you some feedback. Plus, we're also going to unlock some advanced training that we have in our free Skool community that normally is only available for paid clients. All right. Get to work automating this trust, and hopefully you're going to see how powerful it is and help you get a lot more clients. Take care.